Alright, what's going on my stock market bulls and bears? I'm your host Terry Z. Welcome to the channel Buy the Dip. Alright guys, in today's video I'm just touching base with you guys. How are your shares doing? This is my Robinhood account. I have a Robinhood account and a Fidelity account, but just for YouTube purposes I show the Robinhood account because it's really user friendly and it looks good on the screen. Right now, as you know, there's two big news articles going around right now, and it kind of has the stock market going a little crazy. And as you can see, so far on my 1 day, I'm down now I'm down $22, only down 1.67%. And the stocks that I have in my Robinhood account is I have 300 shares of Genius Brands, 10 shares of LCA, which in my Fidelity account I have 130 more shares of LCA. I have Sirius XM, I have 100 shares, well 100.23 shares because I got dividend payout. And I got 40 shares of FUV, which is Arcimoto. And my stocks really hasn't been, and I bought a little bit of Dogecoin just for fun. My stocks really haven't been affected too much. And actually looking out of all my stocks, actually right now Genius Brands is up 0.23%. It's my only one that's actually up today. The rest of them are down like, a little bit here and there, but it is what it is. So my stocks really wasn't affected. Arcimoto here is down 8% to 8.5% today, but it was up a good bit yesterday. So I think people are just selling off profits, and that is why that stock is down. But if we go in here, as you know, the big news: Trump and his wife both test. It says President Trump and the First Lady tested positive for the virus. So that is probably the reason why the stocks are kind of going down, because people's, waiting to hear from Trump whether he's gonna, do a live, interview, like a webcam interview, or tweet out something. But it says here, President Trump's trip to New Jersey for a fundraiser on Thursday was deemed safe by White House operations. The White House said today. Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany falsely claimed it was an outdoor event. CNN Caitlin Collins report the event took place both outside and indoors. So that's crazy, man. Who would have ever thought that Trump and his wife would get the virus? That's kind of just crazy. And the stock market is definitely reacting to it now. It ain't, like I said, it ain't really affecting my stocks too much, but the NASDAQ and all them are down today. And if you just go here to Google and type in, Trump with the virus, as you can see, all these articles are about it. So everywhere you're going to get these updates. And how's it affecting you guys? I mean, how is, Trump getting the virus affecting your stocks and your portfolio? And actually, I checked my Fidelity portfolio before I did this video, and I'm actually up like $20-some today overall. So not bad overall over there. I'm not down, so that's a good thing. My Fidelity portfolio is down. The reason that I don't try to do my Fidelity portfolio too much on here is because it does show account numbers and things like that. So I try to just keep that stuff private. Hopefully one day Fidelity can kind of make it a little bit more user screen friendly, like Robinhood does, to keep your account numbers and all private. So that way we could do a little bit more, showing a little bit more of Fidelity, because I do have a separate account with a good bit of money in Fidelity as well. And as you guys know, Pelosi and the House of Representatives last night passed the HEROES Act. So it says here, the House Speaker said Friday, anticipating striking a bipartisan economic relief bill with Trump's administration, suggesting that President Trump's virus diagnostic could speed up an agreement. She called on airlines to hold off immediate furloughs pending a deal. So yes, I was just watching this on Fox Business, and Pelosi is begging the airlines to not lay off any more workers, because now with Trump getting the virus, she's really hoping that Trump and the White House will really push for the Republicans to pass this bill. So they kind of changed that dynamic, because here they see the reality of what we've been saying all along. This is a vicious virus, Pelosi said. So basically Pelosi is saying that now Trump and the White House sees how bad this virus really is, and they're hoping now, since Trump has it, that maybe he can persuade the Republicans into signing off. I think Pelosi wants a 2.2 or 2.4 trillion stimulus bill, where we all get $1,200 stimulus checks, which would be nice, because I would take my stimulus check and put it right back into the stock market like I did with my first one. And it says here, I'm optimistic, but always optimistic, she said. We have always find a path. That is our responsibility to do so. I believe that we will. White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows told reporters today on Friday that Trump had inquired about the status of talks this morning, just a few hours after the president, he announced he tested positive. So, kind of ironic here. So, separately, Pelosi released a statement calling the airlines delay the furloughs of tens of thousands of workers whose jobs were at risk because payroll support included in the CARES Act expired September 30th. Pelosi said a 6-month extension of payroll support program would be included in any deal passed as a standalone bill. So Pelosi is basically telling the airlines, do not lay off your workers, that they are going to make sure that something gets passed for the airlines there. And down here it says, Pelosi in the midst of increasingly intense negotiations with Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin over a new stimulus bill that would have a price tag somewhere between 1.6 and 2.2 trillion. So that is kind of where we're at. That's where the dilemma is. And if you just go in here and type stimulus package, you can see it's all kind of updates. The Washington Post, Forbes, and CNN. Top 3 stories come up. But as I saw on Fox Business, guys, unfortunately, the House passed the bill last night, and they're going to send it over to the Senate. And basically, Mitch McConnell from the Senate said it's already dead on arrival. So that's not a good thing that the Mitch McConnell from the Senate has already said that this bill is dead on arrival. So I don't know if we're going to get these $1,200 stimulus checks sometime. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe if Trump can come out with some kind of statement. I just want everyone to get the checks, man. That's what we need. Everybody needs to get the checks. That way we can pump our stock market accounts back up. At least that's what I'm going to plan on doing. So guys, comment down below. Do you think that Trump with the virus is going to be a good or bad thing for the stock market? But in a way, if it's bad for the stock market, maybe Trump with the virus could be good for the stimulus package. And if we get a stimulus package passed, that is where I believe, in my opinion, once the stimulus package gets passed from both the House and the Senate, that the stock market will jump up. That is what I'm hoping right now. So comment down below, guys. Tell me what you think. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I have a bunch of videos lined up for you guys to watch over the weekend. So guys, I will catch you in the next one. And remember, buy the dip.